All right, here we are. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network, and what we have in front of us is my special guest, Mr. Robert Culberson from our Detroit uh, uh, partner from Pioneer Homes, as you can see. And yeah, so welcome once again. And it's been a while since we have done a webinar, so this is a long overdue. Let's recap what's going on with this particular market. We've been promoting Pioneer Homes, Detroit, Michigan homes for the past 1 year, and we have a lot of success. A number of our network investors have purchased their homes. Their homes is all cash purchase or all IRA purchases, and virtually all of our investors are happy right now. They're not complaining. I haven't heard any complaints, so that tells me is a it's been good. So yeah, still I talk with my investors all the time that purchase property through our network, and once again I know who our Detroit investors are. They purchase a number of homes. They Each investor have purchased at least one homes. In one of our investors have purchased four homes from Detroit from Pioneer Homes. Just goes to show you how happy she is. The other things that I'm happy to report is that because of our happy customers, buyers, they have refer people to they know they have reduced refer additional uh, buyers to us, to our network, to buy Detroit homes. So it's just, that's what it's all about, right? I mean, you as a networking, when you have a good experience, then you work off the referrals. And Pioneer Homes, our Detroit partner, are no different. They've been doing it for so long. They've been selling out of state homes for like, I don't know how many years, Robert.
Almost 10.
Well, for close to 10 years. So, hundreds of investors from all over the US and all over the world are coming to Detroit for the past 10 years. And similarly, I'm sure Robert can tell you, the owner, Al Bean from Pioneer Homes, he get repeat buyers. I mean, come out of the woodwork. I mean, it's all repeat buyers. His buyers are even more affluent than my, so I would say, Silicon Valley buyers. I mean, average one buyer, a repeat buyer from Pioneer Home, they buy like 5 or 10 homes sometimes, all cash. I mean, they from UK, they from Australia, Canada, where China, wherever. So Pioneer Homes are doing extremely well. Okay, and of course, the house that they are selling like $55,000, $60,000. It rents for like $850, $900. So the cap rates are very attractive, obviously, and Detroit is doing very well. Look, I'm spilling the beans. Robert, I may be stealing some of Robert's thunder, if you will, but he will go over it throughout the presentation. But once again, the recap is we have a great relationship with the Pioneer Homes in Detroit because their business model really works. And Robert gonna tell you exactly they are keep on improving their business model and their process and their system to have a better investor experience, long term and short term. So without further ado, here we are, Mr. Robert Copperson.
Thanks for having me, Seewing. Yeah, absolutely. We've been really amping up our model. We've been adjusting things. Basically, when we had started doing this, we were buying a lot of homes that had tenants already in place. Um, we still do buy a few of these properties, but we are extremely particular with that process. We've kind of shifted more towards buying the property vacant, doing the rehabs ourselves, vetting the tenants, placing the tenants ourselves, and also managing the properties. So we're now going from A to Z, and we just kind of feel like that's a better long term investment. So what I wanted to kind of do right now is talk a little bit more about this process, and then I would like to show you a presentation of our properties, our craftsmanship, the before and after. So We go out, we buy these properties vacant, then we provide those properties to our investors. They purchase the properties. It's typically anywhere from about 60 to 90 days to get the property turned around. And then it usually takes about a month or so to get a tenant in place. So the demand in Detroit's been pretty high for rentals. So you're looking at about 120 days from start to finish until we get a good tenant in place for you. So let me kind of start the presentation here, Seewing.
Go ahead.
And it's going to take you through, each slide here. So here's kind of our before and after work. Look at the turnaround on that bathroom.
Wow, yeah, really nice. Wow. Wow. Total transformation.
Yeah,
Amazing.
look at the beautiful wood floor. We kept the brick there on the tile.
Good.
Look at the backsplash there for the kitchen.
Oh, nice.
Granite countertops.
Wow. Nice. Nice and bright. Good color, good bright room. The sun
Yeah, you see
come
when
through.
we get done with these properties, people go in these properties and they just immediately want to rent them because these are, the best of the best in Detroit.
Yep, no doubt.
And it also incentivizes the future tenant to take care of the place. Look at that bathroom. Look at the tile and the
Wow.
we also once we put all this work into the property, there's little need for major future rehabilitation to the property as long as the tenant takes care of the property.
Yep, it's all about the inside of the house. Ignore the outside. It's sort of ignoring the outside. Outside is not that great looking, but it's all about the inside. If the rehab is done properly, I'm sure you agree. This house will last for many, many years to come, and investor will be very happy.
Yeah, well, I mean the brick houses are very sturdy too. I mean, I personally like the brick look there outside.
Yep. Wow. Yep. So every house that you sell to investors go through this type of thorough rehab before and after. This is very real. This is what's happening. That's the amount of work that Pioneer Homes has put in. So that's the key for a great business model, which the other turnkey providers in the Midwest they are they are
Yeah,
probably
that's
not
beautiful
as
right there.
yeah, yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
Total
I mean these are 65,000 houses that are renting for 750, 800, $900 a month. Beautiful rehabs. I mean, look at that right there. I mean, that's just incredible.
yeah, definitely. Wow, I could see why it's taking at least 3 months to finish the rehab job. You guys leave no stones unturned.
Well, I mean, this is a long-term investment. So, you're purchasing this house and you want to hold on to it for 15, 20, 30 years. I mean, you want to pass it on to your children and your grandchildren. Um, we take great care in what we do because we want you to come back 6 months, 1 year, 5 years and say, hey, Pioneer, we want another property.
Yep,
I mean, that's kind of our goal. We make money, you make money, everybody's happy.
yep. This is systematic passive income, month to month for long periods of time, no debt, no mortgage, outright, you know, very little debt. You pay taxes, insurance, and property management fee, and that's it. And very little, hopefully, very little maintenance and upkeep for years to come. So it's a turnkey. You can investor can sleep peacefully at night knowing they have a high performing asset.
That's right.
Almost totally passive. It's just like a mutual fund, but passive investment, but at the same time is a real estate asset which will provide much more higher return than a typical traditional stock market mutual fund. Wow, nice. Yeah, nice back.
Love the backslash there.
Oh, definitely. Very good job. The backslash, very good job. That's very important. The kitchen is very important to anybody, to a renter or a homeowner, whatever. All right. Well,
All
I
right. Well, that's the end of the presentation.
yeah. So yeah, other than the rehab things that you guys are done, tell me about the property management. Why does Pioneer Home decided to use their own property management at this time?
Well, I mean, as our business has been expanding, um, we've been selling quite a few houses, and we've kind of, uh, you know, we work with a couple property management groups, and we started sending them more properties than they could handle. So, we kind of wanted to build a property management company, and this has been in the works for a long time. I think a little bit over a year now, but we finally have things in place, and we want to make sure that there's no one out there that manages our properties and drops the ball. We want to go from A to Z. We don't want to have any minor issues, with any other companies running our properties, and we've had great success with the two companies that we use, but we just feel like we could. Do things better.
Yeah, totally. Just makes sense. Very understandable. Yeah. So I know I keep hearing that Pioneer Homes, not just Pioneer Homes, but any good rental homes in Detroit, it gets purchased very, very quickly. So it appears that you guys are lack the necessary inventory to sell to investors. So with that in mind, Robert, I mean, how do you propose investors like from my network to make sure uh, they are they can purchase your homes? What needs to be done upfront?
Yeah, that's a great question. First off, Detroit is an incredibly crazy market right now. Houses, I mean, we have people on waiting lists waiting for properties. So, I mean, if you're someone in the Yee network that's looking to purchase a property, you want to have all your ducks in a row, and you want to be ready to pull the trigger almost immediately. Uh, I'll be able to, once I get the inventory, I'll be able to provide you with the property information, pictures, and area of the neighborhoods and whatnot. And typically, you'll have about maybe 24 hours to make a decision. A lot of times, what happens, Seewing, is a lot of different clients, I'll send them properties, and they're slow to pull the trigger. Usually they don't purchase until about the sixth or seventh property they see. They've missed out on some pretty good ones, and they, once they realize how fast the properties are moving, they jump right in.
Yeah, yeah, Robert. Uh, my personal experience with our investors, I see the challenges involved, especially inexperienced investor or a newbie that's trying to buy the Midwest properties, in particular in Detroit, where the demands for your homes are so high and the supply of inventory from your group is so low. It's just very difficult for a newbie to pull the trigger quickly. But you know, I do not make the rules, Robert. You do not make the rules. The market makes the rules. What I mean by that is the buyer, want to buy something, and the seller want to sell something in a particular market. So here in Detroit, once again, because of the recovering cycle, because of the booming economy and a lot of jobs and fast growing Detroit, or continue to grow, there's investors from all over the world understand this is a very unique market, and because there's so many investors buying from everywhere and not enough homes, soon as the Pioneer Homes have a homes available to show my investors, like Robert said, you only have 24 hours to pull the trigger, or a lot less, because there are other, savvy, more sophisticated investors are waiting in line to pull the trigger. From your tremendous database of past clients that keep buying multiple properties every time. So yeah, so so basically, again, any investors for my network wish to buy, you consult with me first. If you're a first timer, then I'll go over. I'll spend some time on the phone with you to try to understand your goals and objectives, and then how motivated you are, how serious you are, and do you have the ability to pull the trigger within 24 hours. But you're not, I cannot provide you with inventory in advance, because the only way Robert will release a particular inventory for one of my investors is that they have to be ready. When the inventory is released by Robert, he'll work with you for the next 24 hours to answer any questions you have and show you the pictures and the cash flow analysis. Then you have to pull the trigger. If you stall, if you delay, then there are 10 other investors from the Pioneer Homes that will be more than happy to pull the trigger right away. So you lose that property. So anything else, Robert? Am I right about that?
That's absolutely, you know, right on, 100%. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is. Um, I wish I could give people more time with the properties, but we have uh, a ton of investors that it's kind of like addicting to them. They get a couple properties, they get comfortable, and they just want to continue to buy.
Exactly, exactly. When we talk about, 55,000, 60,000, $65,000, homes in Detroit. I mean, all cash purchase. I mean, our Silicon Valley investors, you guys have, you know who you are. You have a lot of money. You guys work for Google. A number of my investors in my network, they work for Google. They work for Facebook and Apple and all the major high tech companies in the Bay Area. So you guys understand the value of buying artistic turnkey property with a reputable partner like I have with Robert and Pioneer Homes. So you guys have the money. You guys have IRAs, sitting somewhere, gathering dust in a low performing mutual fund. Convert those IRAs into self-directed IRA to use the IRA to buy the Detroit homes, and slam dunk. And you have a lot of cash, you know, 50 or $60,000, slam dunk, easy. Just a small drop in the bucket of money, and you're gonna have a very good long-term investment in Detroit, fast-growing Detroit, great cash flow. What can you ask for? And great property management, great team. Pioneer Homes gonna be around for a long, long time to come. In-house property management, check all your boxes, right? Virtually all
That's
of your
correct.
all your boxes. So, any additional content, Robert, you wish to add as we are concluding this presentation?
Yeah, I mean, right now is the time to buy. The window's closing. The next year or two, these properties are, going to be, 100,000 plus, I believe. So, it's time to get in right now.
But one more thing, Robert, I need to say. Yeah, well said. One more thing I need to say. Now, this is a little different. Okay, let's say we go through the process. An investor buy the property, you sign the contract, and after you sign the contract and you pay your money and you close escrow. I want to be sure this is a little bit different than other type of purchasing. You close escrow, you pay your money for the Detroit property. Like Robert said, you're buying a property that have not been rehabbed yet. But whatever you pay for, that's all you're gonna pay. If you pay 55K for a property, that's all you're gonna pay. If you pay $60,000 of full cash for a property from Pioneer Homes, that's all you're gonna pay. So after you close escrow, for the next 3 to 4 months, Pioneer Homes and their contract team will do their rehab. So 3 to 4 months, you will not have a tenant because they will spend the necessary time to rehab the property. Then when the rehab is done in approximately 3 to 4 months, then they will spend additional 30 days before they will get a pre-screen, get the tenant in. So 3 to 4 months, you will not see a rental income coming in while the house is being rehabbed after you close escrow. Am I clear? Am I, Robert, factually clear what I just said?
Yeah, that's correct. And sometimes, sometimes it only takes a couple months, but we like to say, about 3, 4 months before it gets rehabbed and tenant complete. And also, after we close escrow, we provide you with a website that you are able to follow along with the rehab.
Oh yeah, that's very important. That's what I call transparency, right? And accountability. Okay. So you as an investor are involved in your investment. Everybody communicate effectively. It's all about communication. It's all about setting expectation. Okay. When you buy property from Robert and Pioneer Homes in Detroit, you need to set up the expectation. There will be no surprises. There will be no, everything will be full disclosure. Don't come back to us, a few months later after you purchase, say, oh, I didn't know this, I did not know that. That's not what it's all about. Everything. We hope to meet you set the expectation, you set the goals. We will communicate with you to manage your expectation, and we work as a team, and all of us, and then you can have a very good long-term experience for years and years and years to come, generationally. Okay. So any final remarks, Robert, before we sign off?
Get ready to buy. Get ready to buy, guys.
There you go, there you go, pull the trigger. Well, Robert, thank you so much for the time, for showing the presentation, and we look forward to continue to working with your organization for a long, long time to come. And okay, so that's all. Thank you so much. This
Sounds
is
great.
Seewing Yee from the University Network, and thank you for attending. My guest is Robert Culberson, our Detroit go-to advisor, and on behalf of Pioneer Homes in Detroit. Thank you so much for attending. Look forward to helping any and all of you to achieve your goals. Thank you so much. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you. Bye now.
Bye bye.
Take care.